Everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. Absolute pleasure to have you along with me today. So thank you so much for joining me. Your guys of the universal energies. Love having them around. Okay, I'm using my mum's Light Seers tarot deck because I left mine at home. Back in Australia, I had to bring only select number of cards. I couldn't bring the whole lot, so I'm borrowing mum's. I don't know that if she ever used them. They feel so good. They feel so new compared to my ones that have been used and abused. Okay, what I want to have a look at. A couple of things. First of all, it was not the solstice the other day. It was the equinox. So thank goodness I wasn't dancing naked by the moon. And if you are in a state that does allow provisional voting and you go along and find that you're not on the register, just be aware that you do need to take your ID down to the vote registration office, whatever that is, Secretary of State or whatever it is, within 5 working days. And as I'm talking about the provisional voting, yeah, we've got this devil energy. They're going to be working so hard to take us all by surprise. They're not through yet. I read on Montana yesterday. I've read on several states and their shenanigans. They're not through yet. However, trust that good will prevail. It will prevail. But you need to get out and vote in the US and encourage everybody else to go with you to vote in whatever form, either early voting, mail-in voting, on-the-day voting, whatever it is. Encourage everybody to do so. Okay, what I want to have a look at in this particular reading is I want to have a look at, China overnight launched a long-range ballistic missile over international waters, not at any particular country, as a test. Now, these are missiles that could reach as far as the US continent. So, of course, Australia, New Zealand and Japan all said, "What the F are you effing doing, you effing idiots?" Excuse my French. Got my bogan shirt on today, so that's the bogan in me talking. Yeah, unhappy. So apparently it's the first time in 40 years that China have launched a test ballistic missile over international waters. Usually they test them within their own territories. Now, China does have nuclear power. It's about 1/5 of the US, but going back to my time in the 80s, and I remember the saying of the time going, how many times do we actually need to be able to blow up the earth? There is enough nuclear arsenals around the world to destroy the earth about 3 or 4 times over. So what I'm really feeling as I'm reading this, and we've got the rise of the feminine inspirational energy, looking to the future with a new plan. I'm really getting the feels that, first of all, this launching was in retaliation of Biden's hot mic moment from last week or earlier this week. I did a reading on it several days ago. Everything's just a blur at the moment. This is retaliation for his hot mic moment. But I do want to have a look. Are we going to reach an end of the nuclear weapon era? That's what I want to have a look at. And as we have the rise of this feminine energy, it's very much about healing energy, dreaming of a future and bringing that future to fruition. So I do feel that, yes, we will, but I'm just going to reiterate again, as I did with my Kremlin reading that I just did, is that things are going to get worse before they get better. Not with actual nuclear war or anything like that, and I was told chapters of conflict. I was going to say in my Kremlin reading about theatres of conflict, but my guides changed the word to chapters of conflict. So it's almost like we're reading this high tension chapter and then we turn the page and the chapter's finished. And big yes to this energy, to this healing and hope and dreaming of a bright and beautiful future. So I want to have a look at the journey to the end of the nuclear weapon era, and it feels close. I know in the US they are turning disused nuclear weapons into a form of nuclear energy fuel, so it's no longer weapons grade. Not easy, cheap process to do, but it means less waste. So hey, why not turn the swords into plows, basically. Plowshares turn the swords, hammer the swords into plowshares is what I love. So oh, I'm getting chills up and down my legs. Okay, so show me the journey. I'm going to do an energy spread for this. The energy spread for the end of the nuclear weapon era. Are we going to reach? What's going to happen? The end. Tell me about the end of the nuclear weapon era. I'm seeing 2032. Now, surely it's not that early, but I'm seeing 2032. Is that the beginning of the dismantling, or is it okay, I'm getting there's going to be some sort of international global agreement. There's going to be some 2032. Gosh, I hope I'm still reading by then. What's that? That's 8 years away. That there is okay, thank you. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, what I'm getting, that it's going to be, I almost want to cry about this. It's going to be the culminating event of Harris's presidency. Now, of course, every country in the world needs to come together for this, by which time you'll have Yulia Navalny with Russia. You'll have a female leader, possibly been and gone in Israel, but the legacy that she will leave behind, because you're only looking at 8 years. This is a real turning point. It's not going to be the end, but in 2032, I'm getting that there's going to be some sort of international agreement signed to dismantle, end the nuclear weapon era. Wow. Okay. Come on down. Let's have a look. The energies of the moment. But you can see that clearly. 5 of Pentacles. The ability to move forward is right here. The key is right here to unlock the door. But at the moment, humanity is caught up in the what's mine is mine and what's yours is mine as well. Self-protectionism, disparaging of that outside, looking inward for self-protection. The ability for the opportunities to go forward is right here, ready to be taken. But humanity at the moment is just in this energy of self-preservation, inward-looking, protection, despair, grief, low vibrational energy. Okay. Oh, look what's on the bottom. Significant ending of a new cycle and stepping forward through into a bright new beginning. Love it. Okay, the second signifier, we've got the feminine energy here. The warrior woman who is logical, empathic, intelligent, brings with her truth, but she speaks not from emotion. Where's the emotion? There's the heart there. She speaks not from emotion. This is not an emotional topic. This is my Harris card. Thank you for reminding me, guys. This is my Harris card. The second signifier is Harris. Now, that's not to discount other world leaders, but boy, she's going to step up to this. the energy behind the scenes, the Page of Swords, and the independent feminine energy that is choosing a path forward. So, Page of Swords. We have been walking across this tightrope since the 1950s with ideas of what the world could be. And then we have the legal here with the book. Some sort of agreement. We're nearly at the other end. We've been walking across this fearful chasm for 80 years now, 70 years now, but we are so close to the other side, we are about to step off. Now, swords are also about technology. They're also about the airways as well, or just the air. So these nuclear weapons, they are air capable on ballistic missiles, but they haven't been fired. They're just laying there, not dormant, but just laying there. We are about to step off back onto solid ground. And it is about choosing the opportunity that is not necessarily the most obvious. It's not the one that's already harvested. It's not the one that's the blingiest, brightest and saying, look at me, look at me. And I love that the opportunity that has been chosen here by the independent female energy, not necessarily just women, comes with a dove of peace. Is it a dove or a raven? It comes with the symbol of peace. Oh, love this energies behind the scenes. Yeah, there is a new opportunity being presented. It is up to us as humanity if we want to take it or not. Behind this door, there is this new opportunity to bring forward something new where we can take root and sprout. A significant new beginning in healing. Significant new beginning in the economics of the world as well. If you want any more, new plan, new strategy, new messaging, bought from the third eye, spirituality and feminine wisdom and energy. Wow! This is huge. And it is the karma hanging over it is about coming together and coming to a culmination and bringing together the healing and coming together as communities, as diverse communities. Have a look at the kids in the background playing in the background. All different races, all different ethnicities, all different parts of the world coming together. And realizing what is really important and what really needs to be held on to. In the face of this barren desert that certain elements of current leadership think that the world it needs to be, we will hang on to what is really important. This is very much about a need to stop pouring into this well of darkness, this well of hatred, this well of no solution. We've been pouring emotionally and spiritually into this endless black hole of a well on this false promise that this light will come to the surface and all will be well if we keep pouring down into it, and it never comes to the surface. We need to look elsewhere at the opportunities that we are not looking at. We need to stop pouring everything into this darkness that we've been doing and look at what the options of magnificence that we are not looking at. Six of Cups. Going back to a simpler time when it wasn't all conflict, when it wasn't all hate, when it was coming together in loyalty and love. And we can do it. And the money that this would release would be phenomenal. Imagine what we could do with that money. if we weren't spending the small per cap, we weren't spending zillions of dollars a year worldwide on war. Imagine what could be done. The joy, the freedom. However, we do have to make a decision. Do we continue along with the same old, which is really alluring and easy? It's easier to stay in this position. It's easier just to continue pouring down. It's the easy path, the same old, that will bring nothing but despair. Or do we break out of that mold into what appears to be a challenging path, what appears to have obstacles on it, but it's the path we are meant to be on. So it will be very seductive, and there will be some that will try and allure you down this path of the same old, but it's not the path that we as humanity are meant to be on. Those that benefit from us going down this path are probably 0.1% of the uber rich that make their money from war and conflict and strife. It's time to move on, move forward into healing and peace and stability, and give help and healing to those who need it. And then we end with the Queen of Cups, the emotionally balanced Queen, the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of healing and nurturing, and moving on from what does not serve us. Oh, I love these cards. So, yeah, and after this death and rebirth, we have the Fool, the new beginning. You needed a double confirmation of new beginning. There it is. There are boundaries that need to be set, and we need to stand defiantly behind those boundaries as we look to our future with a new plan. We can't get caught in the would have, should have, could have looking back. This has this sort of energy, and it has this sort of energy as well. The would have, should have, could have. We need to turn our attention to what can be. What can be that is in this cup that we're not looking at here. And then step over into our new beginning. Let go. Let go of all this darkness and step over into the new beginning. Listen to our spiritual soul. Manifest the future. And decide what's really important and let go of the rest. Look at these major arcana to end with. I mean, they keep going as well. We've got the Moon card, secrets being revealed, but also rising to the surface and seeing clearly, emotionally, what's going on. And only once we expose it to the light can we deal with it. Then we have working together, balance, and coming together and support. Oh, I love these cards. Okay. I might leave that there. I don't know. Not quite sure. If you want me to go further, let me know. But I'm hearing 2032. That significant change. It feels like there will be some sort of major international agreement signed that is genuinely new era. Okay, love to you all. Going to load this up. Going to pick my mum up. I shall catch you tomorrow. Hopefully. See you later. Take care. Bye-bye.